Wow, good morning, guys. What a beautiful day it is today. So many magical things are happening here in the Pure Energy Healing Academy worldwide. Yeah, it's like I've been trying to pinch myself with all the wonderful things that are happening at this moment in time. So I'm really looking forward to the future now. I've got this amazing buzz. It's like, oh my God, it's great. You can see the shifts of many things coming and going in your life. Sometimes it's nice and steady, sometimes it's quite low, and it's time for you to just look at yourself and take notice of what's going on, and then all of a sudden your energy shifts and becomes stronger, and then all sorts of things start to happen. It's great, and it actually leads me on to the topic of conversation today, which is indeed a very powerful one in my life, and it's been like this since I think the age of, I don't know, 7 or 8, when I first had a hammer smacked over my head by another child. And so the topic of conversation today is, why do people attack you? And why do you get abused by people? It's a really interesting topic because it's been something that I've been working on for many years, and only to this moment, right now, am I able to give you an intense and very profound message that can help you because of my experiences. If anybody in this world has ever experienced a reoccurrence of abuse, it's me. I went on a program called Blind Date, which is a mega famous program back in the days, and I was basically labelled the blind date rat because of certain things I said. And from that moment on, and I'm not exaggerating, for 8 solid years, I was attacked, laughed at, beers poured over me, slapped, big guys wanting to beat me up, and just abuse from my whole town. And there's something in that. First of all, the reason why I was attacked like that is because television is very clever. They can take 3 full days of filming, which is 30 or 40 or 50 hours, and they narrow it down to a few seconds, so they can make you or break you. It's as simple as that. And then shock energy of television, that's what TV does. It shocks people. It doesn't care about nice things. It just wants to shock people because it sells more, and we bite into it more. We are so structured now, we are so brainwashed to judge people. People like me now work very hard to help people see that judging is a very, very bad thing. And funnily enough, anytime that you get attacked, it's normally with people who have done the worst things, and they somehow forget that. They somehow forget that you never judged them, but then when they attack you, they start to judge you. Isn't that strange? What they loved from you most of all is what they do the opposite to you. It's very, very strange, but that's how some people act. Not everybody, only certain people. Don't ever get into the thought that everybody's like that. They're not. There are only a few people who will do that, but the few seem to outweigh the many of beautiful people. So remember, there's more beautiful people who care, who don't judge, than people who do. And you may argue that, but I'm here to tell you that's my perception of it. I believe in people, and I know people have more better things to do in their life than to judge others. And a lot of the times when you think you're being judged by other people, you've actually got it wrong. When you're thinking that whoever's attacked you is going around slandering you, that the people that they're slandering to are going to feel the same way. They're not. It's never like that. What happens is, these people who judge you, they'll go and they'll desperately try and put their point across. But the problem is, people who are sat with them can feel them. They can say what they want. They can argue their case till they're blue in the face. But you know what? People aren't silly. They can feel when people are struggling, and their weakness is coming out, and they're doing anything to try and convince people. So they've become like a jury. They need to be on my side. And the reason why people do that and attack like that and then go to people and say all these things is because they are so weak in themselves. They're so... I don't like to use certain words, but they're insecure. and they're trying their best, like a little child would want somebody to pat them on the back and say everything's okay. But people don't buy to that. People are more clever and more wise. And what happens is the people who attack you, they lay their own beds. They make their own graves, so to speak. And in the end, they always look back and wish they hadn't have done it. But what they always do is knee-jerk to try and hurt people. And they quickly do things, and and then later in life they realise, wow, what a mistake that was. Which leads me on to this. You must never, ever bite back. You must never, ever get upset. And you know why? I'll tell you why. Here's the trick. I'm looking at you now. You are a beautiful soul. Look at your life and look at what you've done. You've done your best. You've helped. You've cared. Every day you make a difference. Every day, not just a few days ago or a week ago or a year ago or 2 years ago. Every day you've done your best. You should be proud of yourself, and you should always remember this. What you have done in your lifetime is an echo of who you are to this day. You do not need to prove yourself when somebody attacks you by defending yourself, because your proof, your defense, is your life and what you have done from the day you were born up till now. So I ask you, look at your life, look at what you've done, and then say to yourself, this is my defense. You do not need to prove yourself to anybody today. You do not need to change in any way. You do not need to become a warrior and fight. You just simply need to be you and continue, placing one foot after the other. And trust me, when you let go of these people who are in such a bad place and a fearful place, and you send love to them, love, not anger, not bitterness, but love, because you know they need it more than anybody, then and only then do you conquer the circle of your life and certain things that come into your life to keep challenging and testing you. Remember, dear friends, every challenge and every test, whoever comes into your life, is a new one. However, if you always take those little things that you've experienced from people who have tested and challenged you, you will always be aware of your future and what to do and what not to do to cross over the line between helping somebody and living their life. You, my dear friends, simply be you and be the best you can be. Nothing more is asked of you, and nobody will judge you. Everybody will know who you are by what you do on a daily basis. So together, come on, let's breathe. Breathe out. Breathe in the new. Breathe out the old. And say these words. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. In fact, you and I haven't even started living yet. We're just about to. I love you with all my heart. Shine bright, shine beautiful, and don't prove to anybody anything. Just be you.